Sometimes suspending students just isn't the answer.
I feel like it could maybe really open their eyes to not doing things like that anymore.
The idea that not only keeps them in class, but compels parents to get involved. Plus, what really happened? We walk you through the final moments before a 16-year-old was killed. And it's an event that attracts thousands to the First Coast. The one thing you must know before heading to the Home and Garden Show this weekend. First Coast News at 11 starts now.
And we start right now with two breaking news stories. You're looking live outside the Royal Terrace Men's Club, where police are investigating after reports of shots fired. This is all happening on Avenue B, that's over on the northwest side of town.
And you can see right there, there's a lot of crime scene tape up, a very heavy police presence on the scene. We have a crew there also at the scene getting more information for you. And also breaking tonight, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office is looking for clues after an accidental shooting. This happened around 9 o'clock tonight in the Chafee Pines Trailer Park. So far, police are not releasing any information on who was shot and how it happened, but you can count on an update on both of these breaking news stories on air and online as soon as we learn.
Tonight, we're seeing the final moments leading up to a deadly shooting in the heart of downtown at the Jacksonville Landing. Video shows a chaotic scene that sent dozens of people running for cover.
The state attorney's office has ruled that this shooting that killed a 16-year-old and injured a 13-year-old as justified. First Coast News' Stephen Dial is live at the Jacksonville Landing. I know, Stephen, you've been looking closely at that surveillance video, and you're going to walk us through exactly what happened tonight.
Yeah, we sort of have a play-by-play of that video, Heather. This is where that shooting took place last month during Martin Luther King Day, and it's because of this camera right here outside the Jacksonville Landing that investigators agree that proved that the shooter was defending himself.
Clearly that it was justifiable.
This is the video attorney Theodore Zentner says proves his client, Tyreek Solomon, used his gun in self-defense on Martin Luther King Day. 16-year-old Kamoy Peterson was shot and killed that afternoon. A 13-year-old was also shot in the leg. Minutes before the shooting, video shows teens, families, and small children walking in and out of the Jacksonville Landing. Documents from the state attorney's office says that two off-duty officers working at the landing were having issues with a group of teens loitering. Kamoy Peterson, the man that was shot and killed, is wearing a red shirt. The shooter, Tyreek Solomon, is wearing a hoodie and white pants. Investigators say an argument led to the shooting.
The decedent in the case pulled the gun, cocked it, and was aiming it at my client, Mr. Solomon. He quickly pulled out his gun and shot the fellow in self-defense.
The state attorney's office agrees with that claim. Seconds after the shooting, dozens of people run for cover. Less than 30 seconds after that shooting, people come back to check on Peterson. Also in that time, the first officer arrives on the scene. The shooting was justifiable, but Solomon is sentenced to 35 days for carrying a gun without a concealed weapons permit. The plea agreement also calls for him to complete high school.
It was very important to him and his family that when it was all said and done that he could walk away without a conviction, because that could have severely hampered him in the future.
Now, this case is now closed because the state attorney's office says that it was a justifiable shooting. We reached out to the family of the victim, the person who died, and that they said they had no comment tonight. Reporting live from downtown, Stephen Dial, First Coast News.
Stephen, thank you. And right now, Florida is looking to expand stand your ground immunity. A new bill would make the state the first in the nation to require prosecutors to prove self-defense was not a factor before taking someone to trial. Currently, defendants bear the burden of showing self-defense as a factor. Florida is one of 22 states with similar stand your ground laws.
Right now, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office is searching for the person who tried to kidnap a 13-year-old in Arlington. This all happened along Anvil Road. Police say an unknown person tried to pull the teen into a vehicle but failed. The teenager was able to break free and run toward their bus stop. The suspect is said to be driving a small black car. The description you can see right there is very vague, so if you know anything, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number 866-845-TIPS. Remember, your call can remain anonymous.
Overwhelmed by emotion, a convicted killer collapsed in court today while cameras were rolling. 25-year-old James Rhodes learned he would be in prison for the rest of his life for killing Shelby Farah back in 2013. Her mother took the stand, and this is the moment he collapses, crying hysterically on the floor. Rhodes pleaded guilty to 4 counts in the murder of the 20-year-old. Surveillance video shows Shelby Farah emptying the cash register at Metro PCS before Rhodes shot her several times execution style and walked out. Today, he took a plea deal that took the death penalty off the table.
I was so angry, and I want you to know I have forgiven you. And I pray to God that you ask for God to forgive you. I kept trying to figure out how to take you out myself in the courtroom.
Last year, Rhodes sent Shelby Farah's mother, Darlene Farah, a card on her birthday thanking her for fighting against the death penalty. She says she didn't feel sorry for Rhodes as he broke down crying today because she spends every day crying, missing her daughter.
Turning now to your child's education, an after-school counseling program for students and parents is trying to keep more kids in school instead of suspending them. The program has been in place at Duval County schools for some time, but for this year, school leaders are tracking how many students enroll and if the program is making a difference. First Coast News reporter Honey Rodriguez was in the classroom today, and Honey, you spoke with a parent and a student actually enrolled in this program.
That's right, and they say it's actually really helping. This program is intended to help kids who are having disciplinary problems at school, but it's also available to any student and any parent who wants to benefit from the program and use it more as a prevention tool.
You guys are what make the difference.
The parents, like the one in this classroom, who are participating with their children in an after-school intervention program. It's a free program for Duval County students facing suspension called the Student Option for Success, or SOS.
I actually learned something myself that's helpful to myself, like making goals, not procrastinating, and expressing what you feel.
Dr. Mohammed Sela and his daughter Svetlana enrolled in the 3-week program in lieu of his daughter being suspended for 5 days. It's not intended to be an easy way out, but rather it's aimed at helping students learn from their mistakes.
We're going to make some headway, keep more kids in school, and just have a better learning environment.
Marcy Levine, who runs the program, says the goal is to teach both students and parents skills they can also practice at home.
Parents lead and teach, children learn and follow. That doesn't happen very often.
But since they enrolled in the program, Dr. Sela says he's learned to listen to his daughter.
I work 4 to like 1 in the morning, and he didn't like that at first, and he didn't want to hear it, but he came around to it.
And Svetlana says she's learned to talk to her dad about what's important to her.
Our communication's gotten better.
That program is offered at 5 different schools in Duval County. It's free for families, and it's 3 weeks long. A parent or guardian is required to participate with the student in order for them to be enrolled in the program. We'll have more information for you on our website at firstcoastnews.com. Back to you.
Honey, thank you. After an investigation into a Jacksonville contractor who is currently now behind bars, tonight we are hearing from victims as far away as Michigan with similar stories. Our On Your Side team reported on Carrie Scott Grimm back in October. More than a dozen complaints to police and the Better Business Bureau accused Grimm of accepting thousands for work he didn't complete. In some cases, leaving kitchens and bathrooms gutted and never returning. He was arrested in November on several counts of grand theft. A Michigan woman saw a report online and says she too was a victim nearly a decade ago.
He was slick. It really was an insult to my intelligence because I call myself pretty savvy about feeling people out. I trusted him. I would never think they would hire someone shady.
Oh, she told us that she met Grimm during a home remodeling show, and we know thousands of you will probably be headed out to our own home and patio show this weekend in Jacksonville. Julia Janae is on your side tonight, and she joins us now with what you need to know before you hire a contractor. Julia.
That's right, Anthony. The Home and Patio Show started today, and of course we know there's going to be crowds there all weekend at the Prime Osborne Convention Center. There's a new Harvard study on home improvements that highlights Jacksonville as one of the fastest growing in terms of home remodeling. But anytime you're dealing with those contracts and potentially thousands of dollars down, we've got 5 reminders to know before you go.
Number 1, do your research.
One of my tips is usually just to Google the contractor, and you could usually Google the contractor with the word complaints. If there's some serious complaints, you're probably going to find it.
Mark Goldwich is a public adjuster in Jacksonville. He's seen his share of contractor complaints. He says avoid paying 50% up front.
They'll give you a third up front. They'll give you a third when it's 50% done, and they'll give you a third when it's completed.
Number 3, do a state license search. Not all contractor work requires a license, but services involving plumbing, electricity, and load-bearing walls do. Number 4, ask to see their insurance policy.
There were 15,000 companies that exhibit with marketplace events. They're all required to have business insurance.
Liz Morgan, spokesperson for the Home and Patio Show, says they investigate any complaints they get about exhibitors, and they learned about Kerry Grimm last year after he solicited customers at the show.
Immediately, we found he was operating under several different business names. We weren't aware of that, so we took steps to terminate his contract for fall 16 and spring 17. He's not exhibited with us since.
With hundreds of booths to choose from this weekend, Morgan still recommends attendees do their own vetting. For our tip number 5.
Just like you would anywhere else, ask them to, ask for referrals, ask for testimonials.
Now, of course, the overwhelming majority of contractors and exhibitors are legitimate companies, but our final tip is to make sure you get multiple quotes for the same service and do some extra vetting if one quote is well below the others, because it's easy to get lots of input there at the show, which starts again tomorrow morning from 11 to 9 p.m. and goes through Sunday. Guys, back to you.
Very good information and advice. Thank you, Julia. A petition with more than 26,000 signatures was delivered to President Trump this week. It urges the president to halt the DEA and FDA from criminalizing the herbal supplement kratom. The DEA announced emergency plans last year to make kratom a controlled substance, calling it an imminent hazard to public health. But after backlash, the DEA reversed its decision in an unprecedented move. The DEA has been waiting on more information from the FDA, looking at the science behind it before deciding whether or not to make it a controlled substance.
The average American spends about 53 hours a year grocery shopping. That does not include the time it takes you to drive there, bring in all those bags, and put them away. So with the busy lives we all lead, wouldn't it be nice to just get some of that time back? Well,
yes.
There's an app for that, Heather, and we're going to tell you all about it in about 4 minutes. It's a fear many people have about self-driving cars. We've got video of a car slamming into a wall on autopilot. The response from Tesla.
Plus, only in Florida, a gator strolls by with, look, that in his mouth. We'll tell you more about it coming up.
He's just showing off his prize there. Drier, cooler air continues to move into the first coast. I'll tell you just how chilly it'll be tomorrow and how long it lasts.
That's amazing. I've never seen that before. It's got a fish, caught a fish, and going to the other.
I love her commentary right there. Look at this. Probably the most Florida thing you've seen all week long. This is in Trinity, Florida. That's in Pasco County. And Norma Respris was just enjoying a day on the golf course with a friend when she sees this. This is a gator walking right onto the golf course with this fish in tow in his mouth. Look at this. She just watches him. Wow. And there he goes, getting into the water.
Just the circle of life.
Yep.
Some say self-driving cars are the wave of the future, and tonight there's new video showing a Tesla actually slamming into a wall while driving on autopilot. So this is some dash cam video from a highway near Dallas, Texas. A driver posted the video online blaming autopilot for the crash, but officials say it appears to have happened in a construction zone that wasn't marked in a way Tesla could interpret the road. Tesla says they've always maintained drivers must keep their hands on the wheel in case of an emergency.
Well, listen up, shoppers. A new delivery service launched here on the First Coast today, and it promises to make shopping for groceries a lot more convenient.
Instacart is a grocery delivery service. We bring you groceries from the stores you already shop at to your door whenever you want. You want it in 2 hours from right now, you want it a week from right now, we will bring it to your door.
So they say it's pretty easy. You just log onto the app on your phone or your desktop. You pick a store, choose all your groceries, and then once you click send, a shopper goes out, gets your groceries for them, and you can get same-day 1-hour deliveries for $99 a year or about $15 a month. This app is also hiring shoppers. More than 50 have already been hired in the Jacksonville area.
All right, listen to this. Home Depot made a big announcement today. They're hiring 585 associates right here in the Jacksonville area. They're looking to fill sales, some cashier jobs, operations, and also online order fulfillment positions. We've posted a link on our website, firstcoastnews.com, that will take you to all the applications there.
New tonight, the fallout is continuing to grow surrounding the biggest Oscar flub in history. Brian Cullinan, the man who handed Warren Beatty the wrong envelope, is now reportedly receiving death threats. He's also had to hire bodyguards. He and his partner, Martha Ruiz, have been inundated with threats and online abuse since that happened. Earlier this week, the two were stripped of any future duties at the Academy Awards.
Tonight, an investigation is underway into a video showing several fishermen catching what appears to be a baby great white shark in California. You can see several people pulling it out of the water. Lifeguards worry anglers catching great whites off the pier can cause them to be agitated and attack nearby surfers. Also, great whites are protected under state and federal laws, and fishermen who catch one are required to release them immediately or face fines of up to $10,000. The 2-minute video has more than 300,000 views online.
Well, we want to remind all of you Camden County parents that students and teachers will report to school tomorrow. This is a Hurricane Matthew makeup day. So again, tomorrow school is open. It will be in session for everyone in Camden County Public Schools.
So tomorrow on Friday, as those kids head back to school, Lauren, what are we looking
They're going to need
at?
to bundle up, you know. It's going to be much cooler than what we have been. I mean, we woke up to the 60s this morning. Tomorrow we're going to be in the 40s. Folks farther inland could even see 39 degrees very briefly tomorrow, and with the wind coming out of the north, it's going to feel even cooler, so you can subtract a couple of degrees off of that actual air temperature. We have that cold front that continues to just whittle away in central and southern Florida, and behind it, dry, cooler air thanks to a cold Canadian high pressure system. Those high pressure systems are the beautiful weather makers. So we're in for a great stretch of weather, although those temperatures are going to be much more seasonable for this time of year. Doppler radar is nice and quiet now, a whole different story earlier this morning. Many of you waking up and heading to work with those showers across the region. Tomorrow the sun rises at 6:50 in the morning. We're going to see lots of sunshine throughout the day, and the sun sets at 6:27. Hour by hour tomorrow, we're going to warm up slowly, starting out of the 40s and warming into the upper 60s. So it is going to be sunny, but remember to keep a sweater handy throughout the entire afternoon, because once you head into the shade, it is going to be brisk with those winds out of the north, 10 to 15 miles per hour sustained with even higher gusts, and it will be breezier along those coastal areas. The Strawberry Fest takes place at the Clay County Fairgrounds in Green Cove Springs, both Saturday and Sunday. Here are your noontime temperatures. Perfect weather to head out there and get some strawberry ice cream, jam, shakes, you name it. Also happening Saturday, we've got the Mutt March right here in downtown Jacksonville at the Landing. Pet walk and a family festival that starts at 9 o'clock, ends off at 1 o'clock, and the temperatures starting off at 54 degrees, ending up at about 64. It will be breezy for that event as well, and the wind sticks around throughout the entire afternoon, even into the evening for the Retro River Run 5K. 61 degrees by that time, also at the Jacksonville Landing. At 6 o'clock is that race. Getting all set for the Gate River Run, which happens in 2 weekends from now then. 68 degrees tomorrow afternoon, 67 on your Saturday, but then we're back into the lower 70s by Sunday afternoon. The clouds will increase by Sunday as well with that wind coming off the coast, and rain chances stay relatively quiet until we head into Wednesday with another cold front approaching. Chris Porter, over to you.
Thank you, Lauren. Two prep basketball teams from our first coast with aspirations of advancing to the Class 6A state title game. See if Palatka or Ribault survived in advance. But first, here's Mark and the Ospreys want to dance. We've got highlights from their ASUN tourney game against Lipscomb. Folks, we're pumping up the volume. Next in sports.
From the Farrah and Farrah Sports Desk, it's First Coast Sports.
Hello, everybody. Jalen Ramsey was the talk of the town after his rookie year. He finished second in the voting for NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year and is now the Jags' #1 corner. It turns out the entire league was impressed by the former FSU standout, and so too was his general manager.
Well, he's a hell of a competitor. I think it's hard for any rookie corner to come in and play at any level in the NFL, but to do what he did the last half of the season was pretty impressive. I know our game against Houston, I've had multiple personnel people come up to me after that second game in Houston and say that they haven't seen a rookie corner play at such a high level.
Semifinals of the Atlantic Sun Conference Tournament. UNF taking on Lipscomb in Dallas. Moore telling the defender to give me some more. Scored 18 on the night. This is the second half, 60-48. Ospreys. Then they kick it out to Aaron Bottinger. He says, you do you while I do three. Bang! UNF advances to the ASUN championship game where they'll face Dunk City, Florida, Gulf Coast. Today, we had two local boys basketball teams looking to punch their tickets to the Class A state championship game Saturday in Lakeland. We start with Reebok taking on Leesburg in the first semifinal. There were too many lead changes in this one, so we could not keep up with them. But hey, you just want the highlights. Ryan Wallace from the corner, dripping swag-goo, drops in that three-pointer. Reebok up by 2 after the transition here. Off it is. Lewis Dorsey making it look real easy. The Trojans led by 7 at the break, but it would not last. Turnovers, 38 in the game. It was a deciding factor as they lost 70-64.
Hey, man, tough loss, but an awesome season, and I'm so proud of my young men. Our kids just needed to fight through that, and we were unable to do it consistently. So, yeah, those turnovers really hurt us.
In the second Class 6A semifinal, you had Palatka taking on Mariner, and the Panthers. They struggled early, trailing 37-13 at the half. But they were showing some fight. Brandon Hampton, holler at a player when you see him in the streets. Hit that one from downtown. Panthers, they just had too much talent against our boys from Palatka. They've got a young team. They lost today, 64-28.
Up until this point, we hadn't played anyone with that much size. We had not played anyone with that much size. And the kids are disappointed. We got 5 seniors that are leaving, but everybody else is returning. So the future is bright for Palatka High basketball, even after this.
So congratulations to Reebok and Palatka on 2 fine seasons. Hashtag Team Sideline. FSCJ coach, or presenting the student athletes at Landmark Middle School he was. You know, it's always good to see coaches pouring knowledge into the youngsters. Thank you so much, Tammy Talley, for always posting your photos on Twitter using the hashtag Team Sideline. Thanks for being here, Stephen Dow. You can't see him, but he's here. We're back after this time out.